All right, 5-minute lessons, and we are on exponential growth here. This lesson kind of epitomizes the predicament I'm in as a teacher because I'm going to try to teach you something in 5 minutes that used to be a 1 month lesson when I was in school. Here we go. You've already learned about exponential growth. This is like a times b to the x. In their case, their b means like take your percentage of increase or decrease and added it to 1. This is the same formula that we've kind of been working with. Okay, now, and I want you to know this is why we can do this in 5 minutes, because all I did was I Googled that so I could show you the equation. Then I Googled compound exponential growth formula. So, and notice for this one, this isn't even right. That's so ghetto. So that shows you like that the internet should not always be trusted. This one looks right. So let me click on that real quick and see what it looks like. Nope. Some other guys. There we go. This is what I was looking for. So, like, let me explain what's going on here. Let's say instead of just wanting your um, investment to compound every year, you want to take your rate and divide it by, like, let's say how many months there are, and then take your time and multiply it by how many months there are in, let's say, a year. What this is doing is kind of spreading your interest out and giving it to you more often, but it's dividing your interest by the number of times that you would do it. So, for instance, if you wanted to like calculate, let's say you put in $10,000 to invest. I know that's a lot of money, and then you got a 6% raise, a 6% return on your investment. So this would be 0.06, but you want to. So we're going to divide that by 12 because we want it compounded monthly. And let's say we did this for 3 years. Well, since we did it for 3 years, 3 times 12, there are 36 times this thing is going to compound itself. All right. So what this is going to do is that's going to give us a little bit more money than 10,000 times 1.06 to the third. Just imagine this would be less than that. So we would rather invest our money into that and get a little bit of dividends every month. Well, then someone else might come and be like, well, we'll give you interest every week. And someone else might be like, well, we're going to give it to you every day. And someone else is going to be like, well, we'll give it to you every hour. What is E? E, as it turns out, is this number that we get for pretty much what's in here if we calculate your interest continuously. So here we go. Look, this is a much more simple equation. And all this is your initial investment times E to the RT. So in our example, our money would be 10,000 times E to the 0.05 times T. Let's take a look at that in our graphing calculator. 10,000 times E's down here, right there. So blue, ln, and we're going to get to natural log here in a second, and then 0.05x. Okay, and let's look at our table. This keeps happening. Table setting, go down to auto, and let's look at our table. So look, after 1 year, we've made $513. Notice $13 more than if we just would have put it into an annual investment. And then look, after 5 years, we'll have $12,000. After 10 years, we'll be up to $16,000 without doing any work. Okay, so that is what E is, and that's the most important thing about today's lesson, is understanding that E is a number. Here, let me show you that. Let's go E to the first. See, that's E. E is a number like pi. It's irrational. It doesn't repeat. And let me show you how to use it now. Okay, so when you see ln of 3, ln of 3 is the same thing as the log based E of 3, okay? But so here's what they're just basically reviewing all these log facts. So this is the ln of 12. Remember that when you add, you can change it to multiplication. This one is the ln of x cubed minus the ln of 5, which we can bind into, I'll move this up here, the ln of x cubed over 5. So that's just showing you, hey, you can do the same thing with the natural log as you can with any other log. Of course, it's just log base e, okay? So, shoot. How do you solve something like this? Well, just like before, you get the term by itself. So divide each side by 2. You get e to the x equals 4. And then what's the base? E. So basically you would say log base e of 4 equals x. But what you can just do to get rid of e is you take the natural log of both sides. That's what you're doing the change of base formula, people. I don't want to confuse you. You get e is the natural log of 4. Go over to your calculator and you do ln. How many times do you think I'll do that in this video? ln of 4. And there you go. That's your answer. Okay. So I hope that kind of ties together some of the things that you're trying to learn. I don't want to keep you going on this video. Come ask me questions about this. I'm sure you're confused about something. If not, keep banging. Boom!